Welcome back, ladies, gentlemen, and NBs, and thank you for tuning back into St. Andrew TV, a cure for your Monday blues. I'm your host, Andrew, and today we have yet another fancy gun spinning trick, but this one comes to us from Old Tucson Studios. I was invited to go down there by a friend of the channel named Santee from the Arizona Ghost Riders, and I experienced an entire day at Old Tucson Studios, where numerous Western TV shows and Western movies have been filmed. What I got out of it was a brand new idea for a gun spin. This one actually I'm stealing from a man named Graham, who I saw perform at the stunt show. That's Graham right there, and that is also the gun spin, as you also saw from the starting clip at the beginning of the video. So a little gun juggling is in order, and if you stick with me, I will show you how to do it. As we check if our revolver is unloaded, I am happy to announce that when I talked to Graham and told him that he had some more than acceptable skills with a 6-gun, and telling him I was going to steal this trick from him, by the way, the gun is unloaded, he said he stole it from somebody else, which, you know, by the rules, if you steal stolen goods, it's no longer stealing, right? If you steal stolen goods, does that make you acquitted of potential theft charges? Let me know down in the comment section below. So as we begin the gun spin, I will preface that once you get over the hump of figuring out the motions with your hands to get it moving where it needs to go, it becomes an extremely simple gun spinning trick, but you have to pay a copious amount of attention when we start out. And I even sat there and, you know, my brain started to short circuit a little bit. So bear that in mind before you get too frustrated and you don't want to do it. So you're going to take your 6-gun and you're going to have your finger outside of the trigger guard like so. Grab the grip, you know, par for the course when it comes to gun spinning. And what you're going to do is have your opposite arm out like so, and you're coming around like this, and you flip it, turn your hand over, and ideally you want to grab the frame of the revolver. This is where you could get a little confused. This is what actually slowed me up on the first go around, is when you come back around, you're going to turn the revolver over like this, coming back underneath of your arm that you just threw it from, and you are going to bring it up and do the exact same thing. Grab the frame of the gun, and you are just going to keep rotating like that. Even if you have to make very deliberate downward motions to get the movement down, that's what I have to do. I have to tell myself to nosedive that revolver. If you're over here, knock that grip down to get underneath your other arm. So if you need to do that to start out, don't feel bad, because that's how I learned. That's about as slow as it's gonna get. Let's speed it up. Let's see if we can get a nice little juggle going. Let's see if we can get it nice, tight, fluid, all the desirable qualities that you want in a gun spin with a lot of moving parts. Not bad. I would have to say that that's very smooth, very fluid. Let's do it from the side so you can get the full range of motion, because I have a feeling that everybody's going to want to try this one because it is very theatrical, however not too difficult. All right, we're going to slow it down, bring it under, nosedive, under, nosedive, under, nosedive, under, nosedive, under, nosedive, and catch it. And if you want to do one of those on the way back to your holster, you're more than entitled to do so, but we're going to focus on the little juggling portion. Let's go full speed, and I can slow that down in post-production. That's all there is to it. That is a little bit of a juggling act you can do with a 6-gun, and I do appreciate Graham for allowing me to commandeer this gun spin, for a lack of a better term. If you get good enough at it, you can do something like this where you can actually talk and show off the gun spin while you are trying to wow an audience. Now, Graham did this live time, which is far more impressive because if I mess up, I can just cut it out of the video and try again. He had to do this in front of a live audience. So for him to do it is far more impressive. But I do appreciate him letting me steal it, and the man who let him steal it from him. Oh. After a while, it becomes exhausting, but it could be this giant leather coat I'm wearing as well. Anyway, that wraps up today's video. I would have to say that that was a cherry on top of the day I had at Old Tucson Studios. I would have to say the rest of it was the meat and potatoes that I thoroughly enjoyed. I appreciate Santee for inviting me down. I appreciate Graham for letting me use this because the stunt show was very entertaining. I don't want you to think that I just took the gun spin and ran with it. I did enjoy all the shows that you were in, including the one at the end where you had to have the duel with the town marshal. Thank you to everyone getting this far into the video. If you enjoyed today's video, please leave a like or leave me a comment stating what you liked or tell me what I should do next. I have a Patreon that is linked down in the description field below, or it should be appearing at the bottom of your screen here. You will never see ads nor sponsorships on this channel to ensure you that the content is organic and not influenced by any external forces. I want influence from the community members and the community members only, because I do believe in the grassroots method of building something like this. So if you'd like to continue to support the content that you see on St. Andrew TV, please feel free to go over to the link and leave a donation, but only if your means allow you to do so. If they do not, then feel no obligation. The content on YouTube will forever remain free. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed as of late, but for those of you who have come across this video or this channel, maybe because you like Wild West content, maybe you just wanted to learn a new gun spinning trick, or maybe you're wondering how I can juggle having a conversation while also spinning a gun. Well, I guess you'll have to hit that subscribe button, because you're a daisy if you do.